It's time for the Blox Fruits guessing game. Let's go!
Which fruit blasts like a missile? Rocket fruit. Which fruit sends you spinning? Spin fruit. What fruit can't be cut? Chop fruit. Which fruit makes you bounce high? Spring fruit. What fruit explodes on contact? Bomb fruit. Which fruit makes you vanish in clouds? Smoke fruit. What fruit turns you into a porcupine? Spike fruit. Which fruit lights enemies on fire? Flame fruit. Which fruit lets you take flight? It's the falcon fruit. What fruit can freeze your foes? Ice fruit. What fruit turns the ground into sand? Sand fruit. Which fruit harnesses darkness? Dark fruit. Which fruit turns you into a gem? Diamond fruit. What fruit lets you move at light speed? Light fruit. What fruit makes you elastic? Rubber fruit. What fruit builds invisible walls? Barrier fruit. Which fruit lets you phase through things? Ghost fruit. What fruit melts everything in its path? Magma fruit. Which fruit shakes the world? Quake fruit. What fruit makes you a golden giant? Buddha fruit. Which fruit charms enemies with affection? Love fruit. What fruit lets you swing and trap like a spider? Spider fruit. Which fruit attacks using loud vibrations? Sound fruit. What fruit heals and burns with fire? Phoenix fruit. Which fruit lets you jump through space? Portal fruit. What fruit shocks everything around you? Rumble fruit. What fruit transfers your suffering? Pain fruit. Which fruit brings a snowstorm? Blizzard fruit. Which fruit bends the laws of physics? Gravity fruit. What fruit makes you prehistoric and huge? Mammoth fruit. Which fruit turns you into a dinosaur? T-Rex fruit. What fruit sticks and molds like dough? Dough fruit. Which fruit drains life from the dark? Shadow fruit. What fruit poisons everything it touches? Venom fruit. What fruit turns the world into your arena? Control fruit. Which fruit calls ghostly allies to fight? Spirit fruit. What fruit transforms you into a beast of legend? Dragon fruit. Which fruit gives you feline ferocity? Leopard fruit. What fruit turns you into a fox with flames? Kitsune fruit.
Thanks for playing the Blox Fruits guessing game. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and hit that notification bell so you never miss a round. See you in the next one.